But how did she turn into the bad guy? That's
because like he made a supreme leap of faith in doing that. And mind you, she's a very
supreme leap of faith is crazy.
It's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable. It's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Real and Uncomfortable. You know who I am. It's your boy Tez, and I'm joined, of course, with the family who I, may bump a little shoulder, maybe throw a couple punches or take a couple the way that Raven be.
Who I gotta talk to change my seat?
Wow, that's crazy. We got Ray Bands in here, equipped with her
y'all?
patented. You can't see it under the table, but she got on ice skates already. And then my boy E-Man Music.
Come on, we here, we live.
What you got on?
I mean, a great smile.
That's see.
There you go.
Shady.
And then
Shady.
in the background, keeping us real right, our boy G-Lo, head of the Polymath Network.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Talk about it.
First off, I gotta say, Ray has already been sipping.
And is shout out to Legally Highest.
Something great for the summer. They new flavors.
Mm-hmm.
We got a mango over there. Which one's this right here? You was already sipping in. Got the raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got
pineapple.
The pineapple. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then shout out to our guys at Mamba Hot Sauce. If you need a little spice to go along with that Legally Highest with you. Now, you guys missed this, or we're gonna get into it. If you've been living under a rock, we have Meg Thee Stallion jumping in the news once again.
Why we gotta start here? My blood pressure is already going up.
Well, that's what happens when you have a very poor argument.
Defender.
No, I'm just saying, like,
she's doing you no favors.
Come on.
I'm not trying to defend her. I just don't like the way.
We'll let the next couple minutes decide.
Right. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. Spill the tea.
So. First off. If you again don't know what's going on, Meg Thee Stallion kind of reinvented herself and had a nice little dating situation with one Klay Thompson. Resident good guy, at least in the NBA circles. He doesn't seem like really the hot boy kind of city boy type that Meg is used to.
Right.
But it brought out a great side in Meg. I saw her homemaking. She was cooking for Thanksgiving. They was talking about buying a house together. Honestly, they were a picture of, to some circles, maybe redemption, but in other circles, just the ideal pop star athlete connection. Mm-hmm. They ended. And Meg took to the airwaves by saying and pointing out that Klay Thompson may have been a little bit less than faithful. Now, my question first off, before we get started on any of the analysis, do you think it's a good idea to expose your partner when they've been treating you terribly, especially at the end of the relationship?
Can I just address something before we get to that question?
Please.
Oh, Lord.
Because I just don't like the way you narrated this whole situation. Because
Less than faithful.
You started here with like, oh, she started dating him, and now she's becoming wifey material. You're giving credit to the man, and that he's a stand-up guy. Giving credit to the man, and that they had a relationship, and he's a little bit less than faithful. He cheated. Like
hold on. I don't say
that's what
first
happened.
off, I was
Is
not
that
giving
confirmed though?
No, it's not.
Oh my
There's
God.
there's absolutely
Oh
no.
my
It could have been. You know what? It
gosh.
could have been that she saw him text another girl, and now it's like it's the end of the world. We don't know what happened.
Hold on, but I want to say this. Let me say, I'm not giving the credit to the man.
Right.
She makes every decision that she wants to make.
Right.
She has created a narrative story of herself as an artist. She's outside, she's partying. She's literally the soundtrack of most people's club and party experience. And her music literally speaks against a lot of those values.
So the only thing I'm saying,
all I'm saying, hold on, let me finish, let me land. She decided to pivot and did so pretty well. I heard she's a good cook. I saw the food, it looked all right. She's with the family. She's going to different
haters,
just
bro.
because it sounds absurd doesn't make it my fault.
It's just the way you worded the question.
I think that you look at this with a lens.
No. He cheated.
He did, and that's terrible.
And the question.
Hold on. Allegedly. And if he did, it's terrible.
And then now,
shame on you, Klay Thompson. No,
and now we're telling a person who got cheated on how to respond. That's what I'm.
No,
gathering.
not at all. That's the question.
Okay.
Do you think that's because all right, I'll put it like this, right? If most men when they get cheated on, it's more of and I'm sure for women too, but it's such a shot to the pride, to the ego. Especially if it's within a circle, if you find out things within the place that is familiar to you, you were in the dark. It's something that you don't want to expose because you feel like you still carry that weight. Like there was something wrong with you is the reason why they did it. Especially the way that people look at the slant of cheating. If a woman cheats on a man, at least, it's usually framed that like he did something. He was neglectful in the home. He didn't provide. He didn't do whatever. He created an opportunity for somebody else to come into his home. He was weak in some space, some area. When a woman, gets cheated on, a lot of the times it's this guy was just a pig, a dog. He didn't respect her, didn't love her. He was like lying the entire relationship. He's a monster. So I do think from her side, there's something to gain because there's a built-in system of sympathy, of empathy.
So now we're benefiting from getting cheated on.
She literally rallied a bunch of her baddies to cheat on men who had nothing to do with it. What are we talking
First of all,
about?
I feel like you guys are taking a joke and turning it into something that's real life. But like, let me go back to the comment of men and the probability of getting cheated on with women. I feel like when you look at the ratio, it's like back when people had a cold versus COVID. Like if you hear that you had COVID, it's like, back away, stay away from me. And I feel like that's equivalent to a man getting cheated on by a woman because the probability is lower. When women get cheated on by men, I feel like it's a higher probability. I wouldn't bat an eye. If my friend told me, oh, my man cheated on me, I'm going to sympathize with her. But it's a common story that we hear all the time.
I will say this. I do think that women are more accepting of cheating. And by numbers, at least publicly, because the opposite side of that is men will get cheated on and stay silent about it. So even the whatever stats, I'm gonna assume, because I think you're not just pulling shit out your ass now. I'm gonna assume you have some numbers, and if those numbers still have to take into account the unreported, right? It's like if people like abuse, right? Abuse victims are going to be, the statistics are slanted because some people don't report it. So cheating, when men get cheated on, they're not reporting that. It's an embarrassment. So women, again, I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I'm going to say that when they get cheated on, they're more likely to talk about it. Like your man, okay, me and E are boys, right? And what do I look like sitting down with E? And it's not no Lifetime movie. Like, yo, E, my girl cheated on me, bro.
That's exactly what I was saying, though.
That's a Tyler Perry movie. You feel me? That's not happening. It's not real. Whereas you got Waiting to Exhale on the other side of that, as far as women go.
So that's why I called it the COVID, because when COVID was prominent, you can't go out and say, "Oh, I have it." Everybody's gonna look at you crazy. You get what I mean?
Okay, apologies.
So I'm saying like a code is common.
I get it. Yeah.
So that's why women are more vocal about it, because it's a common story that everybody can relate to. Everybody gets a fucking code. But a man doing it is like COVID. It's not as common, and people are gonna look at you like, "Nigga, get it together."
Get it together. Yeah, absolutely.
So we're saying the same thing.
It's the other way around.
No, I get what she's saying. She's saying that for men, reporting it is like saying you have COVID, right? Like you don't want to say that because it changes how people treat you. Okay. Whereas women can say, "Oh, I have a cold, I have a sniffle," and people are like, "Oh, okay, here's some tissues." You know what I'm saying? This is regular. I get it. That's cool, Ray. I get that. But she is, but she don't want to admit it. A lot of the times, Ray got to go a couple skates in the ring before she lands.
What I'm saying is her being vocal about it is not outlandish because she's just saying she has a cold.
Okay. Now, the second part of this all, right, is the next narrative is that, I'm going to be a little bit divisive here. Who is the catch? Did Klay Thompson fumble?
Oh, no.
Some people are saying, and this is more toxic than anything, I can't say I agree with this. There were men who were proud that Klay Thompson cheated on Meg Thee Stallion. Now, they say that she deserved it. I don't agree with that. I don't think anybody ever deserves any of that. But I will say that in the grand scheme of things of whether or not somebody was a fumble, if we're dating to marry, if we're dating for real partnership, was Meg Thee Stallion a good wifely decision?
I'm going to let Ray go.
I feel like this conversation that the world is having, and I don't mean like us here, it's like little dick energy, I feel like, for like men. Because like to you to celebrate somebody getting cheated on, who hurt you?
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
obviously somebody did.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
A lot of people,
So-
a lot of men speaking out of bitterness and bad situations.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a lack of maturity. I don't think anybody deserves to get cheated on. I think there's lessons that we learn from relationships, and we got to move forward. Do I agree that social media is the best way to express yourself about your relationship? Absolutely not. I feel like relationships should be private from social media, but I think where Meg went wrong was allowing the world into her relationship and letting them have an opinion.
Access.
Personally, I think that's her brand though. Like, not for nothing, there's an archetype of public figure, and usually it's a pop star female who benefits from their relationship being relationship goals as a trending topic, the domesticity. She got a lot of all of these things we're only seeing. I don't follow Meg Thee Stallion, but I see it all because it takes over social media when she does these things. And I do think that that benefits her brand.
So my question to you, I feel like Klay got more exposure out of dating Meg Thee Stallion. So when we talk about like did she benefit from this relationship? I don't think that she did by any means.
I'm gonna let you go first, man. You speak on that because you look like you got a really
This is
strong
like
opinion
Taylor
about that
Swift
one.
with
I was about to say that.
What's his
But
face?
we can touch on that
I think
second.
we're mixing two different worlds. Like the sports world didn't really care about Meg Thee Stallion. They're familiar with Klay Thompson. The entertainment world is more familiar with Meg Thee Stallion. And those are just two different worlds. So the people on that side are like, we don't know who that girl is, or we don't really care about that girl. The people on the other side are like, we don't know who that guy is. But in his world, in sports world, Klay is somebody.
He's that guy.
Like he's
that guy.
he done made what, like over 300 million or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's up there.
One
He's not
half of the greatest, one of the greatest duos in NBA
shooters
history.
too. I think somebody gave a stat
Yeah.
where like he made I don't know how many points
Bro,
without
he's-
even dribbling the ball.
He's literally
Just
like
boom.
one of the three
Like,
best
he's
shooters in the
up there
game.
with like Curry.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys something real quick. Google Meg Thee Stallion 2015 and then Google Klay Thompson 2015.
I don't even want to do that.
That's your answer.
I don't even want to do that. Like, guys,
I'll Google it.
you can't. They're on two different levels.
Well, so I think you touched on something important, is that they have two different followings, two different worlds. Now, just like you were starting to say with Taylor Swift and goodness, I forget son's name.
Exactly. My point.
But this is also what's wrong. Travis Kelce.
That guy.
But this is also bad because as a football players suffer as athletes because they
Yeah.
wear helmets all the time.
can't see
You
it.
don't, and they're like one of like 20 something niggas on the field.
Yeah.
It's different than a basketball player. Now, I will say Meg's ceiling on the NBA side as far as her relevancy had a cap already. Klay Thompson's relevancy in the pop world didn't. So by her being like, you act like NBA fans don't know who Meg Thee Stallion is, even if it's just to the capacity of the girl with the fat ass who does the twerk music. Yes, she's still known. Now, does the average Meg Thee Stallion fan know of NBA players outside of LeBron, Curry? Not really. So there was just more to gain. Now, to that point, though, I guess, yeah, you could say he did gain more dating her. I'll give it to you. I'm trying to find these numbers, though, because G-Lo seemed pretty shocked by him.
So what's supposed to happen is Meg Thee Stallion has like a whole mugshot from domestic violence and against her family.
Yeesh!
And Klay Thompson won like MVP.
Oh my gosh, I'm
different
so
worlds.
over
Well, no.
y'all.
Can I say one thing?
different
One thing.
worlds.
One thing. Now, this is take this how you fucking gonna take this. Oh, got you. So if you Google Meg Thee Stallion 2015, on one hand you have what was that? Did G-Lo say? What you say?
I didn't hear him.
What? She said no.
She trying to play it
This
on.
this legally highest has me above all of
Speaking
this.
of legally, she got into some legal trouble in domestic violence, right? Now, on the other side, you had Klay Thompson winning MVP.
Right. Two different worlds.
Okay.
I feel like we try to minimize like.
No, but I feel like this is like what you would call a tit for tat. He doesn't have a clean roster. This is not the first person he's cheated on,
Allegedly.
allegedly. So
Look, we
if
have
you guys want
first-hand
to put
accounts,
a cape
though.
on him for cheating
Okay,
on Meg Thee
okay,
Stallion, by all
no,
means,
no,
put the cape on.
I don't think that's the conversation that's happening.
No, not at all. Two things though, right?
But how
Meg
does
Thee-
she turn into the bad guy? That's why I'm confused.
because Really, she's not. In this situation, she's not.
Right.
My question is simply like she hasn't, one, recovered from a lot of the things that she's maybe done that would make her seem like a detrimental person in terms of wifing. Like, he made a supreme leap of faith in doing that. And mind you, she's a very...
Supreme leap of faith is crazy.
Okay, let me double back. If your brother came to you, hey, Ray, sis, I'm trying to date intentionally. I need some advice. Mm-hmm. What type of women should I avoid? Would Meg Thee Stallion
be first?
I don't think Meg Thee Stallion will be first on his list.
No. We not take out the whole. I think his personal preference would be.
No,
I don't
not
give a fuck
personal
about
preference.
None of that.
Like,
who you recommend?
Who I recommend for you will be way different from who I would recommend.
No,
for him.
Here we go. Who do you think? What do you think makes a good wife, Ray?
What do I think that makes a good wife? Somebody who understands the person that they're pursuing. Somebody who wholeheartedly is not in competition with their significant other, but uplifts them. A person who has good communication skills in order to talk with their partner, in order to work through everything they need to work through. It really depends on the person and their needs.
Do you think that honesty makes a good quality?
I definitely do think honesty makes a good quality. But do you also think that everybody in this room have lied before?
Not in court.
I feel like if you had to lie in court, you would. Would you snitch on your best friend?
Would you do it to tear down somebody who you were intimately and pettily jealous of?
I feel like if that person had an opportunity to do it to me and they were going to do it, absolutely.
That's tough.
Okay.
We're playing chess.
No. I mean, you're playing chess.
This is all chess.
I'm just asking you questions. Now, how do you judge somebody who treats their friends poorly?
See, I feel like we have to look at a bigger picture versus just the actions. Like, I feel like if I'm in therapy with a client, right, and they tell me this person did this, I feel this type of way, blah, 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 I'm not paid to agree with them. I'm paid to see both sides. Okay, your feelings are valid. I can't tell you how to feel. However, let's look at the other side. And I feel like that's a situation we have to look at. Like, I feel like people who I think that should go to hell are like Epstein or whatnot. Like, these are
don't get me,
no argument bad people. Okay. But do I think Meg is a bad person? I think she's human.
That wasn't the question though. How would you
would I be her friend? Yeah, I would be her friend. I don't think.
How would you view? How do you view people who treat their friends poorly, who betray their friends?
I wouldn't fuck with them.
Okay, so you feel like that's somebody who would be in, a position to be in a healthy relationship, or? But
you have to understand history. Like, if you did E filthy, I'm gonna look at you crazy, right?
As you should.
I'm gonna be like, that's wild that you did that. Right. I might check you on it. But if you were like, Ray, listen, this is the story. Here's our history, and if it makes sense to me, I'm gonna be like, okay, I see your point of view, but I might not fuck with you in the same capacity in case like we make it to that point. But I'm not gonna cut you off if it makes sense.
So in her history, she's done this to Kelsey a couple times, right?
Said what?
She went behind Kelsey's back and took her man a couple of different times, right?
I didn't know that.
That's what the issue was about.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That was the Tory Lanez situation. And okay, well, how would you judge somebody? Okay, you're dating in person now, right? You're sitting down at the table, and mind you, I have some questions that we can talk about relationships later, but you're across the table from them, and you're like, hey, your last couple of relationships, what got you here? Why are you single? And their answer was, well, I cheated on this person. I cheated on that person. I embarrassed this person. And that information becomes available to you.
Would I date them?
Yeah.
No.
Would you say that that's somebody you would try to plan a long-term future with?
No, I mean, not a long-term future. I feel like for me personally, I would write that off. I would respect the honesty. Like, damn, thank you for telling me. But would I invest in something that has failed several times? Absolutely not.
So back to my original statement. Do you feel like Meg Thee Stallion was a good wifely decision?
If this is what you're basing it off of, then I would say no. Like, I didn't know that she.
So you don't know her history?
No, I didn't know that history. No.
Yo, she done cheated on dudes. She done party.
Yeah, Partisan Fontaine.
He was holding her down.
He was about to crash out on Tory Lanez, then found out she was fucking the baby during the trial.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
After part of the crash out,
not-
was on Tory Lanez lying about smashing her. He was gonna, because as a man, wouldn't you want to crash out? Niggas talking about he fucking my girl. She say no. I'm taking my girl's word for it. Bro, you better fucking watch your fucking mouth, bro. What are you doing? Only to watch her start breaking down in tears talking about how she did have, a relationship.
I mean, I
with
can
her.
understand if that's her past. Would I call her wifey material? No, I would not call her wifey material.
Okay.
However, my only issue, and it's not that I'm like wearing Meg on my chest saying she's a superhero.
Okay.
I just don't like how the narrative goes from he cheated to
she's a bad person.
She's a bad person.
Yeah,
I get that.
okay,
No,
like,
I understand.
we can get on the same page.
We're on the page of that. Yeah, no, I do
can
think
get on
that
the same page
Or that she deserved,
look,
like, you know what
flat
I
out,
mean?
I
Nobody
do
deserve to get
think, I do
cheated
think
on.
it's sucker shit to be like, oh yeah, good, you're cheering for the end of their relationship. That's
Right.
terrible because first off, I believe in grace. I believe in forgiveness. I believe in however you're going to do it. Now, do I think that sometimes levels of grace can be foolish? Yes, absolutely. But when I said Klay Thompson approached this with the supreme level of hope, right, faith, I meant that in the sense that he was willing to see past whatever it was, and everybody,
and vice versa,
sure,
because he had a roster.
Okay, and with that said,
Cheaters unite, I guess.
yeah, right. But with that said, you hope that everybody's going to approach the relationship as their best selves for each other. Unfortunately, if what is to be believed happened, Klay Thompson didn't do that. He didn't hold up his end of the bargain, and Meg Thee Stallion didn't deserve that. However, I think that everybody spins narratives either to her defense, which again speaks to the support system that you have when you talk about getting cheated on, and then they bring it to a place where it doesn't need to be. Both of them histories of habitual cheating, if what's to believe is true. Both of them in industries where cheating is almost normalized. Both of them have situations where it maybe shouldn't have worked in the first place. However, saying one was the catch versus the other, this is me being a little toxic. We already know who is supposed to be the catch in that situation.
Yeah, that's where we're done. Next topic. The fuck.
So, we got some new movies coming out, and I wanted to ask some questions about the, in my belief, the greatest pop star of all time, Mr. Michael Jackson.
Did you guys watch the movie?
Haven't yet.
Now I'm about to watch it today.
We plan on it.
Now, there's a couple questions. First off, do you feel like another Michael Jackson biopic helps or hurts his legacy? It's a biopic.
It's a biopic.
He's probably pronouncing it right. I feel like if anybody could have pronounced the word right, it's this guy.
All right, look, man.
What's a decanter?
Tomato, biopic, whatever you want to do.
Now I gotta look it up. Let me see what they say up here.
Please.
It's not biopsy.
I thought it was a disease.
You talking about skin biopic she had?
Hold on. All right.
Biopic.
Okay, biopic.
Just break it up.
You was being serious?
I'm okay with that. I thought biopic. Okay.
I thought you was trolling. Okay.
No. A biopic. Okay.
From France or something.
Right.
Well, Lord.
That's actually that's a pronunciation. But okay. Now, how do y'all feel about the new Michael Jackson film that's come out? Do you feel like another look into his legacy hurts it or helps it, especially into this new generation?
I think that the family should have had more of a say-so with how this one went. I haven't watched the movie, but I watched a lot of reviews. One point taken was that the whole story wasn't told, so a lot of people are
Janet's not even in the movie. I heard.
upset about that. Yeah, so
Really?
I actually
That's crazy.
watched like a couple
Which
reviews
doesn't make
about it.
sense.
She didn't agree with it, and she didn't want the nephew
Oh,
to play
him.
Michael, because there's a lot of like family things,
Tensions.
tensions
Okay,
like going
got it,
there.
got it.
So
That makes sense though.
she thinks that the brother just
The
really
father,
wanted,
right? His son
really
to-
wanted to put the son into fame.
That makes sense.
So they took that as an opportunity, and you know, Janet rides hard for her.
Oh
course.
yeah,
for her brother.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I definitely think that that was like a power move, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but from what I hear, I think it gives the world more of him.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people had a lot of positive things to say.
I did hear that much. And to the point of not the whole story not being told, I don't know what they can do to undo parts that they left things out of. But I did hear that they're supposed to be putting together other films. Like more films have gotten greenlit. Now, I will say it speaks to Michael Jackson.
Sounded
She's
fire,
about
right?
she's about to be turned. Sheesh.
Oh Lord.
It speaks to Michael Jackson's legacy, the way that it's this popular in this generation, and like whole families were going to see it. New generation exposed to Michael Jackson, his music, his legacy, his impact.
I think that's what I like about it, because you know my niece, she's raving about it. And I'm like, it's pretty cool, because she was born in 2004. I think Mike died in 2009. So she didn't live the Michael Jackson that we got to see.
Right.
But she's like enjoying it just as if she was there.
And
know what I'm
mind you,
saying?
we got the tail end of Michael Jackson, right? Like we got to see his moments. Right. We didn't get
You know what? You're
Yo,
right.
we,
you're right.
We
you're
did.
Right,
We
you're right.
yeah. We got like
You're
You Rock My
right.
World like type of.
Yeah.
We didn't get Thriller. We didn't get
Right.
Billie Jean. We didn't get those. Like
He came up with like in the 80s.
I think
It was
even
before
the
that.
70s was with
it
the
70s?
Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough was like 1979.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his rise to fame was throughout decades.
Yeah.
Now, even when people like passing out, like
That's the mic that I got familiar with.
I remember when I was on like a college tour, I was in Atlanta, and that's when we found out that he died. And everybody in Atlanta, we saw like the gloves, the socks,
Yeah.
like even it felt
instant
like
tribute.
almost like
The world stopped.
The world stopped
Yeah,
at
the
it
the
was
world
like a
stopped.
block party
Yeah.
out there.
He said it was around.
Bus going to football camp, and they found out Michael Jackson died, and they were so happy, and I was like, oh my god.
That's crazy.
Mom's actually dumb sad, and everybody's like, you're a fucking pedophile.
Oh,
No.
But, like, what's-
yeah.
With these like Epstein files, though, you're finding out that
The people who you thought was involved.
right, and they kind of Bill Cosby him. You know what
got
I mean?
railroaded.
Like,
Got railroaded.
so all the stuff that we like go to believe, like,
I didn't look into the file, so I don't know.
yeah,
what.
it's like the possibility that he actually did A, B, and C to these children. Like he was being framed.
Yeah, no, they actually did come out and say that at least there was some type of, I don't know if it was a documentary put out by somebody, and it was completely fabricated. They paid the people who it was centered around to say things. It was kind of crazy.
Are y'all trying to say that Mike was not guilty?
Absolutely.
Is that what's occurring right now?
So they were saying that he had masters to a lot of music, like
And
No, he
some-
didn't.
and
people were not
He
happy
had like
about
almost
that.
like 50% of Sony.
Yeah,
yep, and then
that
like,
was what
like,
it was.
like
yeah.
Disney music and all of
Yeah.
this stuff. And
Mike
Yeah,
Beatles
Beatles,
catalog
like,
too.
Mike was a
catalog.
he. I think he bought Eminem's
He
catalog.
bought Eminem was talking
Mike
shit.
was a
and just he bought
gangster.
that nigga's catalog.
Gangster.
and
Yeah.
you know, like the same thing with Bill Cosby when he went to go buy that network.
Yeah.
There was like
NBC.
a lot of
I want to
things.
say just in case I get her next.
Yeah. They don't come for you.
But yeah, they came for him, and look what happens.
But are we establishing that he was not guilty?
Based off the findings now, it looks as if he's not guilty. I can't say for sure, but
Yeah, man. As far as things go, I think that in order to really see who controls a narrative, you have to look into who has the most to gain and who has the most to lose.
what did Kanye West say? I'm not gonna say it. The Jews.
All right. It's been nice knowing y'all.
Pack it up. We done.
Time to pack it up.
Shit, we gotta take this shit away from you. God damn.
Yeah, you got to blame Legally Highest for this one, man.
Right,
Jesus
hot damn.
Christ.
Nah.
Kanye said it, not me.
Look.
That's a tough one.
I will say
That's
this.
a tough one.
when you make certain enemies, you make enemies, right? And not for nothing, I think that a lot of damage was done simply by putting certain narratives in the air. Certain things are hard to shake.
That's how it works.
It's just, yeah. And then from what it's worth, a lot of stuff distracts. That's why I'm really happy that what I've heard so far from the movie, the last thing that people are talking about is any of that. And that's phenomenal. Now, will it expose other problems? Sure. But those are familial issues. Those are money issues.
Yeah.
I worked in estate planning for quite a bit. And the one thing that will always divide up a family, whether they were the closest people possible, is when there is the estate of a family member and it's left to be divided.
Yep.
Michael Jackson had one of the most prominent, wealthy estates possible in music. You mentioned a couple of the catalogs he owned. You don't think that the family wanted a piece of that? And then those people who even like a Sony, like a other whoever organizations want pieces of that, the artist whose catalogs he owns wants a piece of that, that's going to divide up some people.
Even Janet was saying that he was killed.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly. Anyway, you brought up like a good point too about how he was like brought in a good light. And I wanted to ask you guys about the Chris Brown and Usher tour.
Ooh, okay.
Because a lot of people are fan bashing, saying like, "Oh, if you go to support Chris Brown,
Y'all gotta leave Chris Brown
I'm gonna say this
alone,
right
man.
now. Yo, if you had a problem with Chris Brown, fuck you, bro.
Oh, my
like
God.
honestly, at this point, like we've done the circle, we've done the
Rihanna
dance.
forgave him.
Rihanna, not even just Rihanna forgave him. It came out. Then this
here we go.
excuse me for saying this though. That altercation was an altercation.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
It wasn't a beatdown.
I truly believe in my heart and in my actions, you should, as a man, always refrain from putting your hands on women. You should be frowned upon if you do. However, if in the same breath, knowing that, I also believe that if you are in a relationship, period, you should keep your hands off of your partner. So, with that said,
But does Ray know the story?
I don't know if Ray knows the story.
You know the story?
No, yeah, I know the story.
Like in the car?
Yeah.
Like she's
Like,
going
was
at
it
him.
what, keys?
He's
and-
driving and she's like
Punching him like
Kicking
in
him
the face like he's driving.
So
like,
what are your thoughts on that? Let's say your brother's in the car.
Listen, I ain't talking about this.
Lord.
Ray catching the charge. Ray catching the charge.
Talking about this.
I want to hear from a female perspective though.
Yeah.
I can't answer you
Legally.
legally
Gotcha.
because
Gotcha.
I'm under
Say-
the
say-
influence.
Say less. Say less.
Well, that just means it's inadmissible.
Say less.
Look, man, I just say this, right? If taking all of those things into account, the people who are affected forgave him. We have to be a culture that does forgive people when they've done the work to be forgiven. I'm not saying that everybody deserves forgiveness.
But before you go there, I think the narrative that was put out initially
Was
was
false.
a false narrative.
It was a false narrative.
They made it seem like Chris just wilded out on her.
Yeah.
Should a man ever hit a woman? No. But that's not the scenario.
I feel like we can't call it a false narrative though when there
Well,
was
it was
physical
just-
proof.
well,
The full narrative wasn't
No,
out there.
the full. But then I think that things change once you add self-defense.
Context. The same thing that you just said. You know what I'm saying? Once you had context, you can kind of look back and be like, okay, the story is not what we were first presented with.
You know what? And I'm sorry, Ray, you're gonna be like, oh, here's Tez again doing the thing. The double standard between a history of domestic violence is two different things when it comes to men versus women.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Chris Brown got indicted based on and when I say indicted, I mean in the court of public opinion. He got indicted off of the fact that his family had some type of domestic history, right? They were like, oh, well, he was in a house.
He has a history as well, though.
But at the time, there was like
He was like 17.
At the time, it was more about he was from a home where they had domestic violence. That was the thing. Whereas Rihanna literally had a charge for domestic violence, and it didn't touch her. And it just goes to show that sometimes there's a level of protection that is offered, at least in that realm. Because I know like black women are wholly unprotected in a lot of other spaces. But in the realm of that, it's completely overlooked. People were waiting to kind of take down Chris Brown at that.
I feel like domestic violence in general is completely overlooked because in a lot of cases, it has to be deadly in order for people to address
To
it.
react, yeah.
So
Unfortunately,
I get that men don't get the same.
that's I'm sorry guys, that's partially our fault too, because being a man, your shorty punches you in the face.
That's exactly what happened.
Your
Some
shorty,
of y'all niggas like that shit.
no, there's that.
Oh.
But outside of the niggas who like that shit, right? Your shorty punches you in the face. Your shorty might be what 5'5", but you like 6'3", right? You go to work the next day. Yo, bro, you good? What happened?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, man, bro,
Yeah,
I'm
my black
fine.
eye
I'm
is
fine.
crazy.
You gonna tell him that Tatiana gave you the 1-2?
A woman is not telling that she got beat.
No, but I'm just saying that like it's
There's not
first
gonna be,
off-
the concern is not gonna be as heavy.
right. I'm just saying that when you have the situation, right, somebody's gonna dig a little deeper when it's a woman.
Right.
She might say, "Oh no, I fell," and you be like, "Nah, you ain't." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas whoever says like, "Nah, bro, yeah, I'm good. I'm playing ball. I caught an elbow." Oh, all right, bro. Let's go grab some lunch, and that's it. End of the conversation. And you're not gonna even look to expose it too, because not for nothing, you're a man. You feel like you could take some shit like that.
This might sound crazy, but if you just reverse the roles, it's a whole different story. If Rihanna's driving the car, Chris Brown takes her phone and sees her texting dudes and starts punching on her, and then she defends herself, it's a different story.
Oh, absolutely.
Whole
But
different story.
back,
Even though that's the same thing that happened.
now, hopefully, people are moving past this. I feel like Chris Brown has more than proven himself as an artist, as a person, as somebody who has grown.
He got cheated
Yeah,
because he could have been. I don't want to say the next Michael Jackson because that's
He was up there, though.
He had the potential.
he did.
His trajectory was looking so crazy, and now I feel like the industry just blackballed him to the point where he's still putting out hits and still putting out
That
crazy
concert's-
energy.
He's selling out. When I got my tickets, I was like number 16,000 in the queue.
I think
But
he's
he-
quietly becoming what he should have been.
He's never gonna be able to achieve what he should.
I don't think. I agree, though. I don't think.
They cut him off at the knees.
They did,
and he's
okay.
still doing a lot better than a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he kind of like pulls a Drake, and I hate to bring him up because I know.
You say he pulls a Drake?
Like, I feel like when Drake has an issue in media, he tries to fight through it with music, unsuccessful, takes a break, and then when it kind of dies down, he comes back with something like grand.
Does that
And
no? I'm sorry.
And I'm
Go
saying
ahead,
I
go
feel like
ahead.
that's kind of like what Chris Brown like did. I feel like he had all that music, and that's why he came out with a 40-song album, because he couldn't put it out when he wanted to because
Right.
it was still.
They were telling him not to.
Still fresh, yeah.
His
Right.
team was probably telling him not to. Now, does that speak more to our society of cancel culture?
Definitely.
Like the short attention span type of deal, that you can wait out a scandal.
But I feel like there's also artists who don't give a fuck that are still going to ride the wave regardless, I feel like for an artist like Drake, he doesn't have the endurance to get made fun of for long periods of time.
I'm not gonna hold
Translation: That boy's soft.
you. Yo, all right, hold on.
Light skin Drizzy.
Look, I know this is like, and I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna take the bait for a little bit, just because I gotta ask this question. To me, right, I think there's certain levels of insults, and then there's certain levels of career destroying allegations, right? And I do think that whereas, and if Kendrick did not do this one thing and Drake acted the way he acted, I would agree with you. It would have been solved. However, he put out a song that literally called him a PDF file. Right? Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like, to me, we just had a whole dialogue.
That's
about-
always hard though.
Right.
We can't.
We just had an entire
That's so
dialogue
bizarre.
about how an allegation and a campaign about that almost destroyed the biggest pop star ever.
I feel like it did.
But
Right? But so you hear me, like, so not for nothing. You can call him soft because of other things, but to say that he just couldn't endure getting insulted when that was the insult and had half the country singing the motherfucker, that's different. You gotta let's not understate it for the sake of overstating his softness.
But I don't think that society canceled Drake because he was a pedophile. I think that they just made fun of him because
you don't
Kendrick had a better move.
You don't think that they took it seriously?
They're laughing at him. Yeah. That's literally all that happened.
But hold on.
With Michael Jackson, people really believed these allegations
they
to
had
the
documentaries.
point
okay, but
where they're talking about kids who stayed at his house.
It
like
looks
all
crazy.
of that.
It looks crazy. Yeah.
Drake didn't get investigated.
No.
Drake just had the song sing. It was a joke. It was literally a joke.
But hear me out. Like, you chilling with your peoples. Are there certain jokes that you don't make?
That's not his people's.
Yeah, like this is a rap battle.
That's not his people's.
This is a rap
battle. No. I'm not even saying like there was some level of decorum Kendrick should have had. I'm not even saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying that the reasoning why you wouldn't say certain things is because certain things have the impact and land the way they do.
How I feel, if we're beefing and you come at me, everything is fair game.
Yeah.
You should have did it first. That's how I feel about it.
And what's crazy is that Drake tried to do with Kendrick. He tried to call him a wife beater. So it's the same type of energy. It just didn't land because there was no evidence on it.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
There was no twang to his
You know,
music.
First off.
He didn't hit him with the
You know what? That's great. I will say this. There was evidence.
You should have had mustard on the beat.
Right, mustard on the beat.
There was evidence. There was no mustard on the beat. You got it.
Yeah.
Look,
what evidence he had?
There was literally a police report.
What police report?
It was the police report that they got from the PR
saying that
agency
he beat his girl?
Yes.
No.
There was a domestic altercation in Vegas.
That wasn't with his girl though.
It was the fact that doesn't have to be with his girl. It was just any woman, girl or not.
But he's not a wife beater.
He's a woman beater. He's not. I don't know. I'm just saying the accusation was that.
What did we say before?
Allegedly.
Right.
The accusation was just that. So, and it's just that Kendrick said something that was more inflammatory and had video association, video association to it.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, we get into this every back and forth, and you talk about strategy. It was one of those things. Strategy.
I feel like they both had the same strategy. Kendrick stuck.
Kendrick stuck.
What I can say though, Drake's marketing, chef's kiss.
Thank you.
It is chef's kiss.
How do you feel about the ice thing?
That's what are you talking about the ice
Iceman.
marketing?
Yeah, the ice
man.
You feel like it's good? I feel like he's flopping.
That shit was dumb as hell.
He's
You think
flopping.
it was dumb? I think that
I think it flopped because I think they were supposed to wait for it to melt, but they went crazy.
People went crazy and
That was
started.
it.
Scream or like, all right, put it on top real quick.
Yeah.
But he got fan engagement. And I feel like that's all the
But it
point,
wasn't
though, right?
nothing. Yo, it wasn't nothing like
We got the date already. I mean, I'm also 34 now, so.
it hit a little different. Yeah.
Well, but I think we have to redefine what we think of as a successful marketing campaign. Like certain things, people's attention span doesn't last that long. So getting that sudden burst of an impact, it's not like the days of old where you could have a campaign that lasts a month to lead into something grand. It's one of those things. Did you have a moment? Okay, cool.
But did he have a moment though?
He did. He had these streamers going crazy, and it showed that there was a demand and a reaction. That's what people want nowadays. And I don't think it's necessarily what we feel like is the right thing.
Right.
But I do think it's a thing.
We're used to something different.
It was never done before.
Absolutely. And again, I personally look, even as a Drake fan, I didn't really care for the campaign itself. I'm looking forward to the
This album better be.
So that's what let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
I better go. Ooh,
what kind of Drake do y'all think? What kind of Drake do y'all think we're getting? Are we getting like the singing soft Drake? Are we getting? You think he's gonna do both?
Mm-hmm. It's just what
he
people
can't do
focus
both
on.
after this though.
That's what I'm
People are
saying.
hinting that there might be a feature on there.
Ooh,
He can't do both.
he can do that though.
He does both on every album.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying with this one, he shouldn't do both.
I think that people who were Kendrick fans overstate their impact on Drake's music.
I'm low key a producer, yo. Come at me.
Ray, look, I get what you're saying because there's a lot of Kendrick fans like, oh shit, he can't do the hard rap no more. His hard rap was literally bars that were relatable to people in any any
that he
area.
allegedly didn't write.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
Look, at this point,
That he recited.
I'm not
Can
even
we-
saying that it's. Look, as somebody who writes,
Yeah.
we're in an era where writing is an industry just the same. So you can't be mad at it. Unfortunately, even then, hip hop rap is the one genre where people care who wrote it. It's the one genre.
True.
Rock and roll, them niggas got whole writing teams. Beyonce sits down in a room with people and they talk about, hey, B, I got a song for you. We talking about The Lion King. How you feel about that?
But I'm not saying rapping's not a talent, right? But I feel like you need a different level of ability to be able to sing.
Oh, so
Right.
you coming at his singing record?
No, I'm not coming at a sing. You get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like as a rapper, you could give me music and teach me how to recite it after 30
Oh,
or something
you're saying
takes,
what she
like,
adds on to it is more.
But it's okay. I'm saying for those industries or genres of music, it's okay for them to have writers.
Because
certain songs are written for certain artists. When a person writes a song, they're like, I'm writing it for Whitney Houston.
I gotta disagree
I'm
with
writing
you.
it for Beyonce.
I disagree with
But
you all
as
the
a-
time.
as a
but-
rapper-
Also,
But
as a rapper,
you-
there's a certain pride
Thank
in
you.
telling your own
Well,
story.
okay, wait, hold on.
So
Right.
when I'm rapping his lyrics and I ain't lived it, it feels a little weird.
But this is my thing, right? If you're telling me, right, one thing, if Drake has taken ghostwriting, and this, I hate defending ghostwriting because as a rapper, take pride in writing my own shit. But if Drake has successfully pantomimed other people's shit to a place where it's one, believable, and two, received well, is that not a gift?
To me, I feel like it's easy.
Why?
I honestly feel like it's
Rap,
easy.
you feel like rapping somebody else's
No,
lyrics is easy.
I feel like what you need is a marketable individual, and then you're able to do whatever.
Okay,
with
then
it.
is it not?
Drake
Is it
is
not a
that.
gift?
And
is
I
it,
feel
is
like
it not a
Drake-
gift to become that? Is it not a
I feel
talent
like
to
it's
become that?
training.
Is it not a skill to be that though?
I don't think it's a skill. I think it's training. We have to look at Drake. He's an
Tra-
actor.
That's what I was about to say.
Drake is an
I
actor.
said it last time.
Is acting
Drake
not a
is
skill?
Aubrey Graham's best role. Like he is playing the role of Drake. To
I'll
the
give you that.
T.
Look. But hear me out here, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, E, do you think you could write for me?
Yeah.
I
Do you
we should
think
try it.
that's a skill to be able to? Do you think that's a skill to be able to write for me?
Yeah.
Writing is a skill.
But it's a skill to be able to write for me.
yes.
Yeah.
Right, because if you wrote for Ray, it would be different.
No, it's still a skill.
No, not whether it be a skill, whether it would take different elements.
Yeah.
If you would write for a Future, if you would write for a Kendrick,
Yeah,
if you
to
would
be able
write,
to adapt for sure.
right.
So you're giving credit to the writers.
No, I am giving credit to the writers,
Okay.
but I'm telling you that like in order to still make it a thing, right? You know that rapper has created a style that is his own. Whoever the rapper is. Because Future writes for everybody, right? Future.
Because I don't think that Drake created a style. I think Drake bit off of people.
Right.
Like literally, he went to Houston, Texas, and did the whole Houston, Texas, whatever. I
You
need
don't
a one
think- you don't-
dance.
you don't think-
He went into that world.
do you
like
think
he's,
there's an element
he's,
of,
he's
like,
an
making it your
actor.
own, though?
He knows how to see it and copy it.
Mimic it. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally what it is, though.
His talent is that. His talent is let me see it. Let me recreate
Even
it
like
over
with the
here.
with the UK, the
With the UK
Caribbean,
vibes, with the island vibes,
is
with the
that
Afro beats.
is that
we
not?
believe like West Side Teens.
Well, okay, let me ask you, what other artist has been able to do that?
I feel like Cardi B is a prime example of that too. She had a lot of people.
Between an actor and an entertainer.
Whoa, what's the difference between an actor and an entertainer?
I don't think there's a huge difference
They're in the same boat.
because I feel like as
They're in
an
the same boat.
entertainer, you have to put on a persona
Right.
when you go on stage or rap or
I
perform.
think so. I think the issue is Drake refuses to accept the fact that he's an entertainer. He wants to be respected in the same conversations as the pure rappers and the real
Do you think
lyricists.
do you think he doesn't write any of his stuff?
I think Drake is fabricated. Drake is created. Drake is
Did
not.
you see that
Drake is
freestyle
not.
that
let me
he had?
ask you the question again.
Go ahead.
Do you think that Drake writes none of his own stuff?
Oh, we know that Drake writes. We know.
So
we know that.
okay, but it's only a dumb question because the narrative that you're trying to paint is one that he doesn't. Right?
I think
No,
he
so
writes with assistance,
the
though.
moment you give him
You think
credit
he-
for what he does, is the moment you have to question. But the question is, if you're gonna try to discredit him for what he doesn't do, then you also have to give him credit for what he does. No. And if you don't know the difference, then what can you say?
But I feel like even Kendrick gave him credit. Kendrick was like, "Yo, you good at the little melody thing. Like, stick to what you could do. Don't come on this side."
But does he have a song that he's written by himself with no assistance? Because I feel like I feel like based off of the freestyle that he had, like he didn't have foundational skills to catch the beat. So it's very hard for me. It's really hard for me to
look. I don't want to take away. I don't want to take away from the fact that Drake has musical skills. I don't want to take that away. But there's this thing to where like people are trying to put him in the conversation of top 5. He can never be that.
Like, you can't compare Jadakiss to Drake.
You can't.
So
you can't.
All right, hear me out. When it comes to these things, right?
Can Drake make better music than Jadakiss? Yes.
But see that right there is the question, right? What determines your top 5? This is something we're gonna get into eventually. But as of right now, whether it's Meg Thee Stallion, whether it's Drake, whether it's a Michael Jackson, legacy has a lot to do with reputation and the decisions that you make. Based on these couple of people that we've seen, what do you think a takeaway of these people can be?
After this, let's wrap it up.
That's literally, yep, I'm about to do right now. So when it comes to these artists, right, from the legacy of Michael Jackson to the drama of Chris Brown, to the redemption and dating life of a Meg Thee Stallion, and the Drake controversy of basically kind of getting the cold shoulder, Iceman, of the industry. What do you think that says about decisions?
I'm gonna let Ray go.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think I understand the question.
But
what I will say is I think
this girl high.
You understood the question?
No, that's
okay. That's what I'm saying. It's not just me.
All right.
Don't repeat it. Somebody answer. What I will say though, I feel like being an artist, you have to be likable outside of the booth. Like you need to be well-rounded because what you do outside of your artistry
It's connected.
Could be, give me a word, can affect.
Don't make it an SAT one.
Right.
No, it can impact,
right.
your career.
So basically what I was getting at is just that. Everything is interconnected, right?
It is.
Everything is interconnected from your legacy to what you do in the public eye.
Right.
It creates opinions.
Right.
Right. So whether that opinion is that of a cheater, that of a victim, that of a vulture,
okay,
you're responsible for your decisions.
Okay.
I was gonna give y'all one last word about each of these topics, but at this point,
no, go ahead. Lay down.
G-Lo.
Lay down.
What's up, man? Your boy Drake.
Well, that's why you gave me the middle finger?
Yeah.
I was so offended, by the way. I feel like you should apologize. Nah, I don't like that.
Go ahead.
He gives me the verbal middle finger all the time.
He
It's
didn't let
fine.
me finish
Don't worry
my
about
thought.
it, right? So, as Ray struggles to grab her thoughts, thanks to the legally highest, I'll end with this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 right? A lot of people are not like us.
Facts.
And in society, you decide who the us is.
Facts.
So, the people who you decide to be like determine your legacy. You have a Meg, you have a Klay. Perception is everything. Ray, what's your last takeaway with those two?
I'm like none of them.
Okay. Or Meg? Damn, I thought she just fucking argued on her ass off with that shit.
That's
do the right
it,
thing.
Man.
Just do the right thing. We're gonna jump into a couple more of these conversations in the next episode of Real and Uncomfortable because I need to know what the fuck E thinks is a top 5. What belongs in the top 5, if not the ability to make a song?
Jadakiss.
He makes
Top
great
5 dead or
songs.
alive.
He is dope. But what? Yo, either way, this has been Real and Uncomfortable. I'm your boy Tez. That's somebody. And E-Man Music is over
That's
there.
so
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
It's Ray-Bans, y'all. It's Ray-Bans.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you join us next time. Peace.
Da, 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 da.